Hi, welcome back to the 10th episode of the Teal Raven. Today is October 24th, 2018, and I'm so excited. I made it to number 10, which is exactly 9 more than I thought I would do. It's really hard putting yourself out here like this, but I find I really enjoy it. Not because I like talking about myself necessarily, but because I think it's a good thing to look at yourself through a lens occasionally and kind of keep track of what you're doing with your life. It's like a journal, and I keep a journal as well. This journal, this visual journal, is really great for keeping track of, for instance, I'm trying to grow my hair long. I look back on those first videos and I see, well, I am accomplishing something. My hair is growing longer. I can actually see it happening on film. I've gained some weight since my very first film. I can see that. And as soon as I get my knee operation on October 31st, I'm going to start working on getting that weight dropped off. So I think having a visual journal, whether you put it out into the world on YouTube or not, is a good thing. It's a fun thing, and it certainly doesn't have to be for everybody to see. You can certainly do it for yourself and never upload them to YouTube, but why not upload them to YouTube? You never know who you could affect out there, who is actually looking forward to seeing your sweet face when you're out there talking. I know there's a lot of people I'd love to see on a regular basis. Speaking of which, this is a knitting podcast, but I'm going to digress again. My 40th high school graduation was this last weekend, and I did not go. I am taking care of my in-laws on a regular basis, and taking the weekend off to go see them just wasn't in the cards. But I did see a lot of the amazing pictures that people took, and it looked like so much fun. I wish I could have been there. To any of my old classmates that are watching this, take this as my hug to you. I wish that I had been there to see you, to give you a hug in person. It would have been just the best time ever. You guys look like you had a blast. 40 years. I can't believe it. I still feel 16 years old inside. And according to my father-in-law, Wes, who is 92, he still feels 17 years old inside. So I guess that feeling just never goes away, however old we get. All right, let's take a look at what's going on in the knitting world. Oh, look, I'm wearing my Sally shirt for Halloween. I've even got I've got Nightmare Before Christmas leggings on too, and if I was flexible enough I would show you, but you're just going to have to imagine the green and black leggings with lock, stock, and barrel on them. Okay, so this last time I talked to you was a month ago. I have been really busy. The first things I did was these socks. This pattern is called Snakes on a Plane by Laura Linneman of the Knit Girls. I believe it's a free pattern, and this cable goes up the outer side, the outer ankle of your foot. So there's one on one side and one on the other. And really a fun pattern to knit, super easy to memorize. I used my old standby of Dragonfly Fibers District 12 that I had extra of, because I bought it thinking I was going to run out forever. These are already claimed by my sister-in-law Rita, so she's going to be getting these in the mail. My brother Christopher is visiting right now, so I'll send these on the plane back to Rita for her feet. She lives in Alaska, so she needs good socks. The second pair of socks I finished, we're using Hugh Loco's Knit Two Together with the Grocery Girls. Their yarn that they designed. This is the double date yarn. And the sock pattern was called, I think it's called like True Love Socks. I can't remember. If I remember, I'll take and put it in the show notes down here. But I'm pretty sure it was called True, I think it's True Love Socks. So there's 4 hearts on the front, and then there's 2 hearts on the back heel. And they are very cute. When you put them on, you can see the hearts, they stretch out a little bit, so they look a little bit more like hearts. I knit these because I am part of the O Loops Harry Potter Challenge, which is a thing where, you compete knitting with other knitters for house points. And the first challenge was the Harry Loves Ginny challenge. And to earn 100 points, you had to do a project that used at least, I want to say 400 yards of yarn, and using a theme of Harry Loves Ginny. Well, I chose these because they had true love, obviously. So the heart socks went with that theme, and I got 100 points for my house, which is Slytherin, of course. Slytherin. What other house would I be in? And they're on a nice stellina, which is what that glitter is. Really pretty and poppy. So hold on. So we had a little phone call from father-in-law next door. It kind of interrupted us. But as you can see, this sock from Hugh Loco. Pretty greens, pinks, yellows. And then it has this nice fluorescent green heel. And I put a fluorescent green toe in as well. So really beautiful stuff to work with. I'm very pleased. And I had a lot of stock yarn left over from making these socks. That the skeins from the Hugh Loco Knit Two Together Club, they were big. They had a lot of yarn compared to other clubs I've been in. Another thing I finished for the Harry Potter, this is for the Slug Club. I'm a member of the Slug Club. Was this little preemie hat. I can't remember. I think this yarn was the Australian Shepherd from, who is it that does the Australian Shepherds? Ancient Arts, maybe? I can't remember, but it's the Australian Shepherd colorway. Look at how tiny. This is so tiny. This fits a preemie head, but we're making preemie hats for 10 points a piece. And you donate them, you send them all to the coordinator of that particular challenge, and it's okay. You can be loud. It's not like I'm podcasting or anything. You take this particular challenge, and they're taking him to a hospital. So John's going next door. Something's going on. Nothing major, hopefully. Some of my acquisitions I got this last month. Quite a few things. The first is I actually went on to eBay and I typed in D-stash, which is a term that knitters use when they're getting rid of their nicer yarns. And I wanted to buy some yarns at a little bit better of a value, trying to save some money for Christmas and stuff. So when I went on D-stash, I found this nice Ancient Arts yarn, and this color is called Clayoquot Sound. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's real pretty. It's kind of this mint and, well, a bunch of tonal greens. They go clear into the grass greens and the pine greens. Hold on. Get it where you can see it. See, I have to cover up my face because the camera wants to focus on my face. But you can see those colors. It's really pretty. And look at that teal down there. Yay, teal. So I'm probably going to knit socks with those. John likes green socks. So those are probably going to be it. Then I did order full price. Not on eBay. I went to Lolo Did It because I was looking for some more Harry Potter yarns, and I know Lolo Did It does Harry Potter themed yarns, and you can get extra points for your projects on this this Harry Potter challenge put on by O Loops. If you make a project that's made, or if, like, say you just want to make some socks, well, they can't, socks really count if you're using a colorway that is a Harry Potter themed colorway, or if you use a pattern that is a Harry Potter themed pattern. You can't just make black socks, okay? You have to have a justification for making the black socks. If you make black socks and have a green stripe on them and say you made them for the Potions Master, that counts. Just making black socks doesn't count unless you can tie it in somehow. Well, I found this yarn. It's a Stellina from Lolo Did It. It's called Beau Batons. Oh my God. Beau Baton socks. So these socks are going to Kelly because she's putting together a Beau Batons outfit last time I checked. And these are gorgeous. That is so beautiful. So I'm going to make her some nice, beautiful socks to go with her capes and skirts and stuff. Whatever outfit she wants to wear them with. So pretty. The next yarn I got is from a company called Knit Style, and I really love them. They, the lady who dyes the yarns, she dyes my jam all the time. They are rich autumnal colors, rich greens, teals, blues. Occasionally she does the lighter speckled things, but her colors are luscious, I would say, more. This one is called Slutty Pumpkin, which is perfect. And they got the name Slutty Pumpkin from the episode of How I Met Your Mother, where the one girl always wears the slutty pumpkin costume to Halloween. But this is this color. Love it. Gonna wear it. Gonna make something with it. I might have to buy a sweater's quantity of this because this color is, this is my jam right here. I love teal, but I love this color too. And she has this color done up in a colorway called, I want to say Hogwarts Express. Friends on the Hogwarts, maybe it's Friends on the Hogwarts Express. And it's got all the house colors in it, and it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm definitely going to get some of that. There's no doubt. So here's some yarn purchases that I'm not that crazy about. This is merino, silk, and linen. So it's 50% merino, 30% linen, and 20% silk. And I thought the color was perfect, and I thought it would be great for making baby hats, but there's no give in it at all. That linen, there's no bounce. And I'm sure that's from the linen that's causing that. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. I might take it back. I got it from a Ben Franklin. Oh, let me tell you about this Ben Franklin. So my friends call me up and they say, do you want to go to Ben Franklin? It's an hour away. And I'm thinking, no. I remember Ben Franklin from when I was a kid. There's just like, you could buy like pharmacy stuff there and underwear and stuff like that. And they're going, no, you don't understand. This Ben Franklin is like a Michael's. It's like Hobby Lobby. And I'm thinking, okay, well maybe. And they said, and it has a yarn store. Well, so does Joann's. It has a yarn store, but the yarns aren't that great. You know, that they're okay if you like acrylics and stuff, but they're not what I normally head towards like this. So they said, Terry, trust us, come. So I get in the car. We're an hour drive there. We get out, and I'm looking at all the notebooks and stuff, and it's a big store, and it looks amazing. And they point and they say, yarn is over that way, head over that way. So I head over there, and I'm seeing Madeline Tosh on the wall right off the bat. Ancient Arts, Hedgehog Fibers. And I'm like, what the heck? I mean, this is like a little department store thing. And this girl comes by. Her name is Heather. She is so adorable, rockabilly cute. And I say, this is amazing. She says, thank you. She says, I'm the buyer, and I put all this together. And I said, this is like a high-end yarn store in the middle of this department store. And she says, we have a very loyal following, and you know, we have knit classes, and we have a knitting club that meets twice a week. I said, you don't have to sell me on any of this. I am here. This is wonderful. So I found out that the knit class I can go to is on Tuesdays from 1 to 3, and I am totally taking the drive out there for the class. I went to one already, which was the Stephen West MCAL for 2018, the texture time, which I am currently knitting, and I'm going to show you this much of it, okay? Big blob, 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 because it is a secret knit along. So you just get to see the blob until the actual product is finished. And we haven't even got our 4th clue yet. But I'm liking the design. I'm not insanely happy about the design. It's no exploration station. It's not a design like that where as you're knitting it, you're just going, oh my God, this is amazing. It's unfolding, and it's interesting the way it's unfolding. The other night I was ready to rip it all back because yarn is expensive, and I thought, I don't like this shawl. I'm never going to wear this shawl. But I thought, you know, I'm more than halfway through with it. Just keep going. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to finish the shawl, and because I'm only on the 3rd clue, wait and see what the 4th clue is like. If I don't like it, I can always unravel it at the end. But I did choose colors that I love, that look good on me, and we'll see. You know, my mom has said to me when I was growing up that things always look messiest when they're half done in artwork. And if it wasn't my mom, I apologize if it wasn't you that said that to me, but I think it was you. Said that things look messiest when they're half done. It might have been an art teacher. But I have found that to be true. As I'm doing projects, about halfway through, I usually decide, oh, this is not working out. And if I just stick it through and just finish the project, usually I'm happy with the results. So that's where I am on that. Okay, this yarn I purchased from Ben Franklin, I'm definitely sending back. It's a bamboo. It's 50% cotton, 50% bamboo. I got it because I liked the colors, and I thought it'd be really cute for preemie hats. But again, there's no give. And I think that preemie hats need to stretch to fit over their heads to be fitting the best ways possible. I might use this to make bibs or something like that. I suppose I could make some baby bibs. They would certainly be, baby bibs don't need to be stretchy. They can just fit around the thing. So maybe that's what I'll do. I'll save these 2 colors for the baby bibs. And the colors I chose, this lavender and this speckled stuff, they're pretty generic. So I can make some baby bibs out of that. Okay, so that's what I decided to do with that. All right, I have been spinning, and my spinning is getting better and better. John has promised me a spinning machine, a spinning wheel. I found one that I really like. We're just negotiating getting it up here from the Bakersfield area. So my spinning on the drop spindle is getting better. It's getting thinner. I do have thick lumps occasionally, but for the most part, it is getting thinner. And I'm very pleased with it. It's come a long way from that big clumpy blue thing that I showed you at the beginning. So I have that I've been working on. And I decided, I'm going to show you one more yarn I picked up. This yarn is called Speckled Gardens. It is 75% merino, 20% nylon. It's got a stellina in it. And I picked it up because I thought it would make good Christmas balls, which I'm working on Christmas balls for my family for Christmas presents. They hang on the tree. And I'll probably pause the video in a little bit and go get those Christmas balls and show them to you. They turned out really cute. And I'm figuring I can make about 5 per person and give them all as presents this year. So anyway, back to spinning. I joined a club from the Paradise Fibers, and this year the club was for this month was a Halloween theme. Here's Angel. Here's their little logo sheep. I think her name is Eunice, but I'm not sure. But each of these little bags that I'm going to show you contain roving dyed to kind of match the little deal. So this is the roving for that. I have quite a few in here. Here's the werewolf, and this is browns, reds, purples. Again, very beautiful, nice amount. I can take and really get practicing on my spinning once I get my spinning wheel in. This next one is the zombie. It's got a little zombie sheep. And it's kind of got the zombie brains colors. Kind of pretty. This last one is my favorite. This is the vampire bat. I think they call it purple people eater. It's because it's a one-eyed purple people eater on the front. And look at these. Look at those blues. Those are gorgeous. I don't care who you are, that's gorgeous. Really pretty. And then there was a large bag of, the softest. This is alpaca and silk. So soft. I don't even know. It's like a soft top of a baby's head soft. Just beautiful, and a nice big bag of it, so I can spin it in with these other yarns. A package like this comes once a month, and it's like $40 for all of this, which is really good deal. And it gives you have the opportunity to buy more of the same colorway if you decide you want to work on like a sweater or something like that. You can take and purchase the ounces that you need to spin the yarn. So I haven't got my wheel yet, though. I don't want to touch these with my spindle. I really want to get them put on my wheel because I want to really spin some nice sock yarns and stuff. The only other thing I have is this. This is what I'm reading, Jane Austen's Emma, which is it's a monster book. It's thick. she's known for Pride and Prejudice, and she's known for Emma. I think, well, they're classics for a reason. The story is clever, it's funny. Emma is a very well-rounded person who grows, which character development is very important to me in a book. I don't like characters who start off and stay the same all the way through a book. She grows, she learns. The people around her are in the same in the same world. They also grow and learn. It's a wonderful book. If you haven't read Emma, there is a production of it on Audible that's quite wonderful. Emma Thomas is one of the readers. It's a dramatization, which is very good. There are 2 versions on TV right now. There's the Gwyneth Paltrow version, which is good. It's not my favorite version, though. My favorite version is the BBC version. It's a 4-part series that is on maybe HBO. I can't remember, but it has what is his name? I can't remember his name. It's the guy from Train Watching and Hackers and a whole bunch of other things, and I can't remember his name. But he's also in Elementary. Right now, he's the guy who plays Sherlock on Elementary. Name totally escapes me, but he plays Mr. Knightley, and he's very good. I would recommend this book wholeheartedly. You don't have to, it's not what I would call a chick flick book. It's a social commentary book about the times and the manners. I don't suppose anybody who likes, Conan and reads Conan on a daily basis is going to want to pick this book up. But it's certainly, like I said, it's a classic for a reason, and it's been made into movies for a reason. It's because it's a great story. It's a wonderfully funny and very satisfying story, I guess. It has a beginning, a middle, and end, and it's all woven together beautifully. So I recommend reading it or listening to the audiobook while you knit. All right, that's it for this podcast. I'm going to edit these 2 parts together now, and I will probably try to figure out how to put that actor's name on the page and see if I'm any good at editing. If it doesn't show up, I couldn't figure it out. So that's that. I will talk to you after my knee surgery, which is on Halloween. I have arthritis in my knee real bad and a torn meniscus, and they're going to go in there finally and clear that out. I've been suffering with knee pain now since January, and now that I'm in Colorado, you have knee pain, they fix it because you're a skier and they want you on the slopes. California, it's like pulling teeth to find a doctor to fix this thing. And I finally found a doctor who said, "Oh, sure, I'll fix it for you, no problem." And it took 10 months. I mean, that's crazy. And the pain level has been between a 6 and an 8. And I was taking, I took, Vicodin for a month. And it dropped my pain from like an 8 down to a 6. And I'm like, what's the point? So I stopped taking the Vicodin. Went back on Tylenol. And the Tylenol was hitting it just as good as far as I can tell. But you know what really works is the Dayquil. Because Tylenol takes about an hour and a half to start working. That Dayquil took about 15 minutes. So I was taking Dayquil for the pain, and that really helped a lot. All right, that's it. I will talk to you again. Bye.